Hello everyone, for this video, let's try to solve the problem number 2 involving Newton's laws. A 600 kilogram car is moving on a level road at 30 meters per second. A. How large a retarding force, assumed constant, is required to stop it in a distance of 70 meters? B. What is the minimum coefficient of friction between tires and roadway if this is to be possible? So first, let's try to draw the problem. So, halimbawa, meron daw car. Then after some distance, nag-stop na siya. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong initial velocity is 30 meters per second. Then after that, final velocity should be 0 meters per second. After some distance, 70 meters. So, next, let's try to write the given. So, meron tayong initial velocity, 30 meters per second. Then, final velocity is 0 meters per second. Why? Kasi it is required to stop. Then, after some distance, x is 70 meters. And syempre, meron ding mass yung car given by 600 kilograms. Okay, so let's try to solve letter A. Find the force or the retarding force. Using the Newton's law, F is equal to ma. Okay, so we can try to solve for the force. So, meron ba tayong mass? Yes, meron. That is given. So, meron ba tayong acceleration? No. But we can solve for the acceleration with the given values here. So, now, recalling the formula for the acceleration in kinematics. So, to find for acceleration A, we can write Vf squared is equal to Vi squared plus 2ax. What is Vf? That is the final velocity. Vi is the initial velocity. A is the acceleration and x is the displacement or distance in x. Okay, so finally, to find for A, no, pwede nating ilipat tong initial velocity squared sa kabila. Thus, we have 2ax is equal to Vf squared minus Vi squared. So, isolating A, dahil yun yung hinahanap natin, we can divide this both sides by 1 over 2x. Thus, makakancel tong 2, makakancel tong x dito sa equation na to. So, finally, we can write your acceleration is given by the square of the final velocity minus the square of the initial velocity divided by twice the distance. So, finally, substituting values, we have the final velocity right here and the initial velocity right here, and the distance traveled here. We can write the acceleration is given by 0 meters per second squared minus 30 meters per second squared divided by twice the distance, which is 70 meters. Thus, we have the acceleration is equal to negative 6.43 meters per second squared. So, this is now the acceleration. So, now, to find the force, we can use, again, the Newton's law. So, we can have your F is equal to ma, or that is also equal to, substituting values of m and a, we can write mass is 600 kilograms multiplied by the acceleration negative 6.43 meters per second squared. That will give us the letter A, the retarding force is equal to negative 3,858 newtons. Okay, so anong meaning ng negative? Okay, so meaning niyan, retarding force. Ibig sabihin, kinokontra niya yung motion ng object. So kung ang motion ng object natin ay pakanan, ang force exerted na to ay pakaliwa. Thus, we have the retarding force. Or that is also equal to what we know, the frictional force. Okay, so for letter B, to find the coefficient of friction, recalling the formula for the frictional force is equal to coefficient of friction mu multiplied by the normal force Fn. Okay, so ibig sabihin kung meron tayong object dito, or that is yung car natin, then meron tayong surface, tawagin natin tong surface. Okay, ang normal force ay yung force perpendicular sa surface. Tawagin natin Fn. Sa surface kung nasan yung object. Okay? Then, ang meaning ng coefficient of friction mu ay kung gaano kagaspang yung object. No? So, syempre, itong surface na to, meron yung coefficient of friction mu. And also, if this is moving to the right, meron siyang velocity, yung frictional force natin is intended to oppose the motion of the object. So, finally, to find the coefficient of friction mu, we can manipulate this formula so we can have the formula for mu is equal to the frictional force divided by the normal force. So, now, do we have a frictional force? Yes, ito yung nasolve natin sa letter A. So, ang problema na lang natin is the normal force. Okay, so we can get the normal force using the summation of forces along y is equal to 0. Why 0? Dahil we can see here sa problem natin that the object does not move in the y-axis. Anong meaning nun? Ang object na to ay hindi gumagalaw pataas or hindi gumagalaw pababa. Thus, hindi siya gumagalaw sa y-axis. Ang movement lang niya or ang motion lang niya is sa x-axis. So, ibig sabihin, ang summation of forces along y is 0. Hindi siya gumagalaw, no? Kung gumagalaw siya, ang summation of forces along y should be equal to mass times acceleration, no? Pero since hindi siya gumagalaw, that is 0. So, now, no, analyzing yung object natin, so halimbawa ito yung center of mass ng object, since meron niyang normal force and weight, we can write the summation of forces along y is given by lahat ng pataas minus lahat ng pababa is equal to 0. Or that is given by the normal force Fn minus the weight is equal to 0. Or that is also equal sa normal force ay equal pala sa weight. Okay, so finally, to find the normal force that is equal to weight or that is mass times gravity. Okay, so thus we have Fn is equal to mass, which is given by 600 kilograms multiplied by the gravitational acceleration 9.81 meters per second squared. Thus, we have the normal force is equal to 5,886 newtons. So, finally, using this equation, we can solve for the coefficient of friction mu is equal to frictional force, which is negative 3,858, but walang negative na coefficient of friction. Okay? So, gagamitin natin ay lahat ng positive values. So, meron tayong 3,858 newtons divided by the normal force 5,886 newtons. Okay? So, we have 0.66. This is the coefficient of friction. Take note, ang coefficient of friction ay unitless. Wala siyang unit. Okay, so this is the unitless yan, no? Unitless, walang unit. This is now the coefficient of friction mu is given by 0.66. So this is the answer for letter B. Okay, I hope may natutunan tayo for today. That's all for today. See you sa next video.